Welcome. This is Melinda Barlow, CCT, Certified Zentangle Teacher. And today's lesson is Drupe. I have taught Dion before, and this is Dion right here. This one is Drupe. And when you see the step outs, I don't think it's not that inviting of a pattern. But when you do it as a freehand, it's like way cool. I love it. So we're going to teach Drupe. What a strange name, right? So I'm going to just set this over to one side. Let's see if I can keep it in the camera a little bit so you can see, because I think that is nice to see what I'm drawing next to. And you can obviously see I did a large drawing of this one. So here we are, Drupe. This is just a cool little tangle. And I'm just going to draw it straight on the tile without much fuss. You know, no dots, borders, or strings. We're just going to draw straight onto the tile with it. So let's see. Here we go. And we just take our pen and we draw a line and another line. This is a lot like how Dion starts. And now we're going to echo in these. So I'm going to take my pen and I'm going to echo this V shape. Take your time to draw that. Don't go fast. Then you're able to get that nice even stroke. I'm just taking my time and echoing that shape. And I just let it come out, my pen. When I come to the end, I just kind of stop. And it doesn't matter that these are not all the same length. I think that's the beauty of Zentangle, is that you don't use a ruler. You don't. I don't even use grid paper when I do a grid tangle. Everything is freehand for me. It's just a more satisfying process. So now we're going to start in the center, and we're going to draw a little kind of I would call that a curved shape. And then I'm going to do what I call is like the tip of your fingernail. And you can color this in right as you go. And we're going to do another one here. Approximately the same, about the same distance up that little V as the first one. And just rotate around. And I rotate my tile rather than trying to draw at a different angle. Just rotate that tile. Draw and fill in. And I like to fill in as I go. It's just more satisfying for me. I imagine you could not fill in as you went. You could draw all of those and then come back and fill them in. And now I'm going to go up another little space and draw another little arch and give it a little fingernail. And fill in. I'll do a little time lapse so you don't have to watch me draw all these over and over. I wasn't paying attention. And I don't know for how much time I was off the camera. Sorry. you can see we're just going to continue to do these little fingernail shapes until we reach the outside perimeter. So just depending on how big your Drupe is, will be how many of these little shapes you get in there. You have room to do one more. And this one's going to go out on it. Did you notice that this time I did a big arch and I came back and did that smaller? Sometimes that happens. I will do too large of arch here, so I just make that the smaller arch. So it all depends on how I feel that shape is. That one I went above. And you can see here I didn't quite go to the outside edge. I'll show you how you can fix that. So we can do a little thing that will fix that. Because I told you it didn't matter where how long your crosses were, because we can fix those little mistakes. Oh, and in Zentangle, there's no mistake, only opportunities. And I keep drawing off the paper. I'm sorry. So you notice I didn't fill in all of those little shapes. I will go back in and fill those in. I really do like to fill them in as I go, because that's very therapeutic for me. It's a time I can really just use the Zen in Zentangle and just, fill in. I love filling in because of the fact that's my meditating time, my Zen moments in Zentangle. It's also an opportunity to kind of fix little mistakes that you don't particularly like. So I will just go ahead and fill in those different things. So now I'm just going to show you where you can kind of correct those mistakes right here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a little leaf to that little thing that sits right there. And I did it on my big drawing. You can see right here that I did it on my larger drawing. I don't do it on every one, but anytime that there is that little stem coming out, you can fix it. Now, another thing you can do is you can top it off with a circle and then do progressively small circles. That helps fill in those. So if you don't like this empty space, just draw a circle. For me, that kind of just finishes that off. And they can go both ways. And it just gives that a little jewel look. One more, we can add a leaf here. And you can also add those circles here to kind of help things balance out. Don't be afraid to make those circles, go bigger, and then, so I'll do it this size, and then this one's a little bit bigger, and then we start coming back down to the smaller one. That's just kind of a fun way to end that off. So I'm going to slow down. I'm going to finish this. Drupe is not for me, it's a beautiful tangle. Oops, I put that in the wrong spot. Well, we'll see what happens. See if you even notice when I'm finished. Then I will come back and do some shading. You can see how filling in and giving that black look really makes a difference. You really need the contrast. I'll say that over and over. That contrast makes your tangle. If you don't have contrast, you have flat. It's just kind of a flat tangle. So now we can go back and we can put that one more loop over the top. You could eliminate that if you wanted. I found it very helpful when I was coloring, just to give me another spot to color. And there we have Drupe. And now we're going to shade. So we finally got to that shading spot. Let me put my cap on my pen. And I'm just going to put a little bit of graphite underneath that dark where I filled it in. And if you've got a few little light spots in your dark, you can fill those in with a little graphite right now, and that will help make it look solid. Sometimes I have just a few little skip marks with my pen if my pen is running out of ink, or maybe I'm just careless. I don't know. Okay, we've got that. Now we're just going to blend that down with our shading stump. Not all the way. Want to leave that, just get it, just kind of blend out. Don't push too hard. And you have a dark line there. And then you blend in. It's a good place to try shading with your colored pencils too. You can use your colored pencils and shade this here and blend. This is how you get those lovely shades of gray. Not pushing hard. And blending now. Now, I purposely didn't do this one because this is what I had done here. I'd put a little line there, and I think it's a mistake, and I don't think, what am I going to do different? I know what I can do. I just thought of something. See, we just make it opportunities. I had no idea I was going to do that until I had made that mistake. And then I can fill it in. So take those opportunities when you make a mistake to kind of be creative and fill in. Now I could take my pencil and I could draw a line here, and like that shading stump, it had a little burr on it. Change shading stumps. And just shade under that. So, now you can see how you can do Drupe. Drupe is so cute. I just think it's darling, and it has so many possibilities. When you make a mistake, you can change what you've done. So, there you go. Drupe by Zentangle.com. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Share this. I just love to teach Zentangle, and I would love to have it shared. So share this video with your friends. If you haven't subscribed, please do so you don't miss a single video. And if you feel inclined to support this channel, it is always greatly appreciated. So I hope you like Drupe. Let me give you one more look at my large drawing that I did with Drupe. And you can see that I did a few other tangles with 1, 2, 3 and vertigo. Not too many tangles together. Oh, and Dion. That's Dion. It's really plain after you've done Drupe. So enjoy and thanks for watching.